Right now on Apple Valley News Now live at 6.
County officials say they're getting closer to being fully staffed with the positions that they have budgeted.
The ACLU sued Yakima County last year over its public defender shortage, but our Emily Goodell says progress is being made to hire new staff.
Plus, Richland police are investigating a shooting at an apartment complex. What we know so far.
Also ahead.
1, 2, 3.
Big changes are coming to Kennewick's Three Rivers Convention Center.
New at 6.
Dust Devil baseball season is almost here, and you'll see some exciting new updates at Giesa Stadium. Find out what those are coming up.
And Stacy is tracking your new work week first alert forecast.
It's been a little cloudy and a little windy today, but our warmest day of the week is headed our way. I'll tell you more coming up. The news at 6 starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6 on your side.
Good evening, and thank you so much for joining us. I'm Wendy Redman.
And I'm Austin Reed. It is Monday, March the 24th. First at 6, the ACLU sued Yakima County last year over its public defender shortage on behalf of defendants who say their lack of access to an attorney violated their civil rights.
That lawsuit still ongoing, but as Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell tells us, the county is making progress on filling vacancies.
County officials say they're getting closer to being fully staffed with the positions that they have budgeted, but they could need even more, depending on whether the state Supreme Court decides to adjust caseload standards. The county budgets for 20 in-house public defenders. Early last year, they got down to just 13, but now they're back up to 16.
We've kind of hovered around there or less than that in the last few years, and that's kind of what's driven the capacity problems that we've seen in the last few years.
4 positions still vacant, but they've contracted with more outside attorneys.
We were able to increase our contract compensation, and that attracted at least 3 FTEs.
Plus 2 former interns starting as full-time attorneys this fall, and 4 new interns coming this summer, including one paid for by the Washington State Office of Public Defense.
Right now, they're hiring people to place in rural offices, including Yakima.
However, they could need even more attorneys and more funding to pay those salaries if the state Supreme Court agrees to decrease the amount of felony cases public defenders are allowed to handle each year. But no decision has been made so far.
I'm really frustrated by that. Just say no. Or say do it, and then we can forecast. But at this point, it's leaving a lot of people like me and others around the state guessing.
No changes have been made, and there's no timeline so far about when the Washington Supreme Court might be making that decision. Reporting from the Yakima Newsroom, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
All right, Emily, thank you for that. In Fire Watch tonight, several fire crews rushing to a home in Kennewick late last night after reports of a blaze. The call for help came in just before the 8 o'clock hour last night, Sunday. When firefighters got to the scene on the 2200 block of West 12th Avenue, they could tell that the fire was coming from behind the house. Crews immediately started to get everyone out of the home and got to work on putting the fire out. Kennewick police tell us the family had been barbecuing earlier in the day, but the coals were not fully put out and the wind knocked the grill over, sparking the fire. At this time, it is unknown how much damage was done. Fire crews were on the scene for about 2 hours investigating. The best way to avoid something like this happening to you, make sure you take care of those coals immediately. Don't leave them unattended to cool off themselves.
Fire crews in Benton County tackled a fire on Columbia Park Trail during the weekend. This photo of the fire here was sent to us by Dallas Green. It took nearly 7 hours to put the fire out and hotspots as well. The fire was called in just after 4 a.m. Sunday. Authorities finished it up just before 11 o'clock in the morning. Investigators are still trying to figure out how it started.
All right, turning to First Alert weather, we saw much warmer temps today, but will it continue?
The big question. Well, First Alert Stacy Lee joins us now, and I think she might have an answer. What do you have to say, Stacy?
Things are looking up, guys. Tomorrow, potentially the warmest day of the year so far. And yeah, not quite record-breaking, but up there. Look at this. We're starting to see the sun go down. Clouds are still hanging out, but those are going to clear out. 68 degrees. That was our daytime high temp here in the Tri-Cities. Winds are 15 miles an hour, so we're still seeing some blustery winds. Those will also start to decrease as we move through the night. Temperatures around the area still in the 60s and 70s, so a pleasant evening with warmer overnight lows than we've been seeing in quite a while. In fact, look at these temperatures just under 50 degrees around the region. That's what I like to see. Again, temperatures are going to be running a good 15 to 20 degrees, depending on where you are, above the average. Out the door tomorrow, nice and warm. Midday, we're going to be in the 60s and 70s. Going to be gorgeous. Won't be windy for you tomorrow, so good day to get out there and hike or garden or whatever you like to do outdoors. So decreasing rain and wind, warmest day of the year tomorrow. Midweek thunderstorms, we're tracking those. Big system moving in from the coast, and then we cool off for the weekend. All those details coming up. Austin, Wendy.
All right, Stacey, thanks so much. The Yakima City Council agreed to spend $1.1 million during the next 5 years on new Axon tasers for the police department and virtual reality headsets to train officers how to use them. Police say tasers are an important, less lethal option for them to use in critical situations. But more than half dozen community members are raising concerns, saying 1,700 live taser cartridges per year is just too many, that the price tag is too high, especially with a projected budget shortfall. They argue that money could be better spent elsewhere.
I think we should use this money for crisis outreach professionals because they're successful at de-escalation and can better respond to the needs of the community.
Just in case.
The Yakima City Council voted 6-1 to approve the contract, which can be canceled, by the way, at any time. The cost this year, $105,000 out of the YPD capital budget. That'll be for 85 tasers to replace old models no longer being made. We are working to find out more information on a possible shooting investigation that happened in Richland during the weekend. Here's what we know so far from officials. Calls for help came in on Saturday night after 7 p.m. for reports of a possible shooting in the area of the Columbia Park Apartments in Richland. This is in the 1600 block of Jadwin Avenue. Richland police, along with the Benton County Sheriff's Office and other agencies, responded. Right now, we are working to gather more information on what exactly happened here and also any possible injuries or arrests. This video was sent to us by an Apple Valley News Now viewer. Stay with us on air and online for the latest developments.
New at 6 and in Northern Oregon happening tonight, the Hermiston City Council will meet for their regular council session.
But one of the items on the agenda is a resolution asking for the hiring of 4 additional police officers. They would be on a beat, actually, offering around-the-clock patrols at Good Shepherd Medical Center. According to the city, Good Shepherd Healthcare System would pay the salaries, benefits, taxes, training, and equipment costs. The chief of police has been having a conversation with the hospital for a while now, and they believe there is a real need for this.
Tonight's meeting starts at 7, and we will, of course, keep you posted. Back in South Central Washington, a major milestone for the Three Rivers Convention Center today. After years of planning, they finally broke ground on a long-awaited expansion. We were there for this. The project, it's going to add a 60,000 square foot exhibit hall, 5,000 square feet of meeting space, an expanded lobby, and a brand new kitchen. Officials say it's expected to attract more events, especially in the growing sports industry. A public-private partnership with A1 Pearl helped make the expansion possible.
We got to break ground, and I mean, as you've heard, so many pieces had to come together to make this happen, and they all did, and I think the result is going to be amazing.
Now, this is just phase 1 of the expansion, funded through a bond from the Kennewick Public Facilities District with support from the city, without adding new taxes. Construction set to begin in March 2025, 12 years after the expansion was first envisioned. Officials say the new space will be a game changer for the local event industry.
Well, great news for Dust Devils fans. Spring training is coming to an end, which means players will soon be returning to Geisa Stadium. And hey, when they do, they will be stepping into an upgraded ballpark.
And new at 6, Apple Valley News Now's Dan Hansen spent the day at Geisa Stadium and tells us what those changes are.
As the Tri-City Dust Devils get ready to start the season, fans will notice some exciting new changes as the players take the field with upgraded facilities for both player and fan experiences. One of the biggest changes, a new outfield wall, moved in 15 feet on the foul lines. Dust Devils general manager Darrell Ebert says the decision came after discussions with the team's major league affiliate, the Los Angeles Angels, with hopes of bringing more home run excitement.
We discussed it and talked about moving the wall in, and they agreed and were pro that decision, so we wanted to make that happen and also be able to give our fans a little more excitement.
Other noticeable upgrades include new foul poles, fresh warning track dirt, improved lighting, and the removal of those obstructive speaker poles behind home plate. Plus, new netting now wraps around the field for an added fan safety, something Ebert says was much needed. And the upgrades don't just stop at the field. New ownership means fresh, exciting promotions, including a first for the Tri-Cities.
And the biggest one for me is what I believe to be the very first in the Tri-Cities drone show after a game. So we're going to have, just like you've seen maybe on America's Got Talent or one of those shows, it'll be a full-on 10 to 15-minute drone show following a game.
Ebert says the entire organization works hard to create a top-tier experience for fans.
We have an amazing staff that pulls this off every year. And a lot of times we're all thinking to ourselves, how did we do that? But sure enough, it comes together, and we'll see again on April 4th on opening night. We'll be ready.
Players are expected to arrive later this week to prepare for opening night against the Vancouver Canadians. Tickets are already on sale. As far as more upgrades to the stadium, the Dust Devils say more are on the way. Reporting from Geisa Stadium in Pasco, Dan Hansen, Apple Valley News Now.
Exciting news. Dan, thanks for bringing us that story. Still ahead on Apple Valley News Now, live at 6. The Kennewick Police Department is celebrating, but it's all thanks to a video. We're going to explain.
But first,
a college football coach in court today accused of hacking into thousands of athletes' accounts, accessing private and intimate files. I'm Rena Roy, and I'll have the latest coming up.
Plus, it is finally feeling more like spring. Take a look at these images from all across our region. One's going wild right now. You're getting the full view in that left-hand top corner. I know. Well, Stacy returns with a look at your full First Alert weather forecast in just a bit. There we go. We've settled down.
Buckle up, Sam. It's truck month.
It's time for the best deals across the full lineup. F-Series, the best-selling trucks for 48 years. We've got Maverick and Ranger fully prepared. This event is so big, it has something in it for everyone.
Bathfitter does showers? That's right. We offer a wide selection of beautiful and functional showers in all shapes and sizes. We can even convert your bath into a shower. How about that? With our seamless one-piece walls and hundreds of design options, you'll get a beautiful new shower to fit your needs, guaranteed for life. Bathfitter's been around for 40 years, and we've been experts at showers for just as long. Get yours today. Bathfitter, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Hi, I'm Rowdy with Total Energy Management. For 40 years, we've been keeping the Tri-Cities comfortable with top-notch heating and air conditioning services. We take pride in delivering exceptional service and unbeatable deals. Right now, you can save big with up to $4,900 in rebates and tax credits on a new Carrier heating and cooling system. So turn to the experts at Total Energy Management to ensure your house is the perfect temperature year-round. Visit TEMINC.com or call 946-4500 to learn more.
Ready to make beautiful music? It's time for the trade-up event at Dickerson's Tri-City Pianos. Trade in your current piano and upgrade to the instrument of your dreams. Whether it's a breathtaking grand or a state-of-the-art digital model, we'll help freshen up your music. With expert guidance and flexible financing, your dream piano is closer than you think. Start your musical journey today at DickersonsTriCityPianos.com and come visit our store in Richland.
I've always had an eye for opportunity. As a kid, I was hustling, selling candy, mowing lawns, you name it. That drive never left me. The first time I tasted crumble, it was clear to me this was more than just a cookie. From that moment, I knew this was a chance to bring the taste of something new to our neighborhood. But I couldn't do it alone. That's where Happel came in. With their support, I was able to secure the loan that brought Crumble to our community. Where do you credit union?
Looking for the perfect spot to relax? Welcome to Hoops, your new favorite restaurant and bar, where the vibe is clean, the food is delicious, and the staff always friendly. Whether you're in for a night of trivia, around a pool, darts, dancing, pull tabs, or karaoke, Hoops has it all. Great food, great people, Hoops, where every night is a great experience. Hoops Bar. Stop by today for your next great night out.
And now a joke from Yolk's Fresh Market. What's a basketball player's favorite cheese? Swiss.
Buckle up, Sam. It's truck month.
It's time for the best deals across the full lineup. F-Series, the best-selling trucks for 48 years. We've got Maverick and Ranger fully prepared. This event is so big, it has something in it for everyone.
This newscast sponsored by Mariano Morales Law.
Welcome back, everybody, to the News at 6. New at 6, one local police department is celebrating a big award.
Coming here to the Kennewick Police Department as a lateral, everyone's very welcoming, very receptive. Same with the community. People wave at me more often now.
Our community is very law enforcement friendly.
This past week, the American Advertising Federation held its 2025 local awards. The ceremony celebrated the best advertising work from the region, and the Kennewick Police Department says their new recruiting video took home a silver award for elements of advertising, film, video, and cinematography. This means the video will now go on to compete with other videos from around the Pacific Northwest and a chance to move on to the national competition. Judges from around the country were actually used to rate the regional awards.
And Time Magic Studios, with offices in both the Yakima and Tri-City areas, produced the 6.5-minute long video. A former NFL and college football coach making his first appearance in court today after being accused of hacking into thousands of athlete and alumni accounts.
ABC's Rena Roy has more on the charges and today's arraignment.
Cybersecurity experts say the scope of this scandal is shocking. The coach accused of stealing personal data from tens of thousands of athletes over the span of 8 years.
A former University of Michigan football coach in court in Detroit today, accused of stealing personal information from more than 150,000 student athletes for years. Prosecutors say between 2015 and 2023, 42-year-old Matt Weiss hacked the athlete databases of more than 100 colleges and universities. The U.S. Attorney's Office says Weiss was then able to access thousands of social media, email, and cloud storage accounts. Federal officials also accusing Weiss of primarily targeting female athletes and downloading their intimate photos and videos.
The scope of this is really incredible. The number of people that he targeted is beyond what you would typically expect with this kind of offense.
Weiss now facing 24 federal cybercrime charges, including unauthorized access to computers and 10 counts of aggressive identity theft. A not guilty plea entered in court today, and Weiss now out on bail. Weiss was fired from the team in 2023. The indictment was announced last week. Two former student athletes, both women, have filed a federal lawsuit against the university and Weiss, saying the hack was an invasion of privacy. A spokesperson for the University of Michigan says they can't comment on pending litigation. Weiss started his career at Michigan as a quarterbacks coach in 2021, then also became the co-offensive coordinator a year later. Before that, he worked as coach on the NFL's Baltimore Ravens team for more than a decade.
If convicted, Weiss could face up to 5 years in prison on each count of unauthorized access and 2 years on each count of identity theft. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And happy Monday. We made it through that first work day of the work week. 68 degrees. Look at that. Sunset starting to come down. We're in between. That's Badger over there. This is Candy Mountain right there. So a very nice little sunset. Still a little bit cloudy, but those clouds will start to go away. Plus, we've been looking at some breezy and gusty winds. Winds are gusting up to 19, 20 miles an hour or so in the Columbia Basin. A little bit more strong in the mountain gaps, that is. Future cast winds, let's talk about those. Still going to be kind of breezy throughout the evening. By the time we get to about midnight, things are really going to calm down in our region. And then starting your day tomorrow, wind-wise, will be looking good. Plus, we're going to be headed to our warmest day of the year so far tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to that. We still have activity, but most of it staying out on the coast and moving up to the north. That ridge of high pressure is going to move in on top of us. That's going to clear our skies. Here's that weather pattern. It's a little bit more up to the north. As you can see, this ridge moves in. That's going to bring us calmer conditions and dry conditions for a little bit. Things are going to start to change, though, when we get to Wednesday night. We're not going to go too far into that, but we're potentially going to see some active thunderstorms in our area. First on the west side, they've already called it a level 1. By the time it gets to us, we'll have to wait and see. What I do know is we're going to be having very warm temperatures, feeling like May for the next couple of days anyway. Look at that all across the west coast, all the way into Utah and even parts of Colorado and New Mexico. For tonight, warm with clearing skies, winds decreasing, temperatures close to 50 overnight in the foothills of the Blues, mid-40s in the Columbia Basin, and the lower 40s in the Yakima and Kittitas Valley. Our average for this time of year for Tri-Cities and Hermiston, 61 degrees. Look at that. We're well above that average. And then we're going to take a big drop. Now, this is when that storm system moves in Wednesday night into Thursday. So it's going to drop the temperatures. It's going to bring back those gusty winds, and it's potentially going to bring some thunder and lightning. Could be severe. We're not thinking any tornadic activity, meaning tornadoes, but we have seen those spawn out of severe thunderstorms. So we'll keep a close eye on the weather as it ramps up Wednesday night into Thursday. This is when we're going to see those gusty winds pick up, rain showers, and of course the nice warm up. I'm liking these overnight lows sitting right where they are, but the cool down comes. We'll be back in the lower 40s, still staying above that freezing level. In Yakima, above average there with those showers coming in. Also watching for the stray thunderstorm. Although Yakima tends to be a little bit more in that rain shadow, we'll have to see. Ellensburg, very warm with those rains and winds coming Wednesday and Thursday. Walla Walla, closer to the foothills of the Blues, better chance of seeing strong gusty winds and thunderstorm potential. Now, as we get closer to Wednesday night, we'll start having to look at whether we're going to see lightning and hail out of these severe storms that could be moving through the area. But that's what happens when you get this warm weather and then we cool down drastically. So you got that warm air and that hot air kind of coming together. It makes the perfect storm, so to speak, for thunder and lightning. So it happens in the spring. It's not unusual, but we'll keep an eye out for any kind of velocity, any twisters. Could
absolutely.
Happen.
A good time maybe to talk about our new app as well, our weather app.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, the weather app, it's like rain is coming is very accurate. So get our new weather app. Pretty cool stuff.
You can put in your exact location and show the areas you want to track and everything. It's very cool.
Yep.
It is. Download it today. Still ahead on Apple Valley News Now, live at 6.
From otters to cows, they are on the run, folks. Details when we come back.
Did you know that you may have insurance coverage for your own medical expenses? If you have insurance questions, call Allen Brecky Law Offices. Call 735-0546 to find out what your rights are under the law.
The old me was stuck in the daily grind. My routine didn't allow for any self-expression. I found clay, and that changed everything. I realized my calling was to give others the space to be creative, to build something. And that's how Clayton was born. Having a Chase Ink card has allowed us to grow it and bring people together. There's a creative side in all of us. That's what I hope people come here to find.
Earn up to 5% cash back on business essentials with the Chase Ink Business Cash Card from Chase for Business. Make more of what's yours.
One of the best female groups of all time, En Vogue, in concert. Saturday, May 31st at Legends Casino Hotel. The multiple Grammy Award nominees with more than 20 million records sold worldwide. En Vogue. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com and Legends Gift Shop. Don't miss Ed Vogue live Saturday, May 31st at Legends Casino Hotel.
What's great about basketball? Almost everything. What's not great about basketball? The term three-pointer.
Boring.
Instead, let's just call them triple plays. Check it out. Hit it, Steve.
Roberts has it, fires. It's a triple play.
It actually works.
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, including go-karts, mini golf, and many more, all attached to a cozy hotel.
Complete coincidence that that's also the name of where we work.
Not engineered by marketing, no way.
Injured on the road or on the job? Visit FromBackAutumn.com. Gather vital information on your type of injury claim. Chat live about your needs. Even schedule a free consultation. From Back in Autumn. Bulldog Tough.
Bad back? Get Good Feet with the personalized arch support system from the Good Feet store. Clinically proven to provide significant pain relief in only 4 weeks. Good Feet, good life. The Good Feet store. Book your free fitting at goodfeet.com.
The Subaru A Lot to Love event is here, which means it's time for some spring cleaning at McCurley Subaru. And this March, your trade is worth more than ever. Right now, we're giving you an extra $500 off any vehicle purchase when you trade in a vehicle, plus special event savings on every new and pre-owned vehicle. And with exclusive low-rate financing, driving home a new ride has never been easier. Get to McCurley Subaru today, where your trade is worth more this March.
Did you know that you may have insurance coverage for your own medical expenses? If you have insurance questions, call Alan Brecky Law Offices. Call 735-0546 to find out what your rights are under the law.
Well, check this out. Time for tonight's edition of Caught on Camera. The search is on for 2 river otters who escaped from the new zoo in Wisconsin. They're leaving some tracks behind, I think. And they escaped during Winter Storm Ezra last Thursday. Officials say they escaped through a breach in the fence. There they go. As of this morning, those otters still on the run.
Hopefully they'll come back soon. Caught on camera out of Texas now. Several cows and bulls were seen running down a busy interstate north of Houston this afternoon. According to Harris County Constable's office, 1 cow was hit. Several lanes were shut down, but they have reopened as of tonight. Crews worked to wrangle all of the animals off the road, but like we said, some still on the loose. No injuries have been reported.
That guy is chasing him down.
He is.
All right.
An interesting day at the office.
I would say so.
Or out in the field. We've got much more local news ahead in our 6:30 half hour.
Plus, Stacy's coming back with your first alert weather forecast. Check out these beautiful shots. And remember, download our brand new Apple Valley News Now weather app, as we were just mentioning. It will help get you ready if any storms should hit in the coming days. We'll be right back.
Apple Valley News Now investigates critical condition, the nursing shortage, Wednesday.
Discover Walla Walla Wine, where exceptional terroir meets unforgettable experiences. Delight in renowned varietals amidst breathtaking vineyards. Join us in crafting memorable moments. Connect with us at wallawallawine.com.
Yakima Federal Savings and Loan was founded in 1905 and has kept your money safe and sound for 120 years. Your deposits at YakFed help people buy homes and build strong communities. We believe in giving back, proudly supporting local events and organizations that make a difference where we all live and work. With 10 local branch locations, we're committed to our communities and keeping your money secure. Experience the difference. Call, click, or come by and make the switch today.
What's more powerful than an unexpected storm? Insurance that helps clean it up. Western National Insurance. That's the power of nice.
Wild Horse Resort and Casino is your destination for endless excitement, fun, and thrilling wins. Gear up to win a brand new Toyota Tacoma this March. Join us every Friday and Saturday to spin the wheel for your share of $10,000 cash and prizes. It's a 4x4 Fortune grand prize drawing on March 29th with 4 spins, 4 winners, and 1 new Tacoma. Wild Horse Resort and Casino. Celebrate 3 decades of fun.
The Silverado Trail Boss. And a little work. And a little play. And a truck that says no to nothing. And Chevrolet.
It's Chevy Truck Month. Well-qualified buyers get 2.9% APR for 72 months on this Silverado. See your community Chevy dealers.
Get 2.9% APR on a 2025 Cadillac Lyriq. Visit your Yakima and Tri-Cities Cadillac dealer today.
Discover Walla Walla Wine, where exceptional terroir meets unforgettable experiences. Delight in renowned varietals amidst breathtaking vineyards. Join us in crafting memorable moments. Connect with us at wallawallawine.com.
The Tour of Alberta wraps up as the Kraken look to take the season series. Can Seattle put Calgary on ice? Kraken, Flames. Pre-game at 5:30, Tuesday on Apple Valley News Now.
Next, ET.
Hey guys, it's Eva Longoria and Cheech Marin.
Our Disney exclusive with the Alexander co-stars after Eva's birthday milestone.
Look, I want my 20-year-old body.
Next, ET.
Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Right now on the region's only live and local news at 6:30 p.m. A busy day in Olympia as Senate and House Democrats releasing their separate operating budget proposals. Albert James is on the story.
Plus, the Martin Luther King Jr. Community Center is moving forward with its renovation project. Our Monique Ledesma has the story. The news at 6:30 starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6:30 on your side.
Welcome back, everybody. Monday. Hope you had a good weekend. How was yours?
It was good. How was yours?
It was great. I went to a ghost town.
Really?
Goodnoe Hills, Washington. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you went exploring.
Yeah. I know Stacy was asking me earlier, how was your weekend? I said, I'm too busy right now. So Stacy, now you know what I did.
A ghost town. That's fascinating.
It was cool.
I recuperated because, I was kind of doing mornings and nights last week.
A little bit busy, yeah.
So I slept in a lot. All right, Bimart Skycam. Look how beautiful it is. A few lingering clouds, and you can see the camera bouncing. So still a little bit windy tonight down in the Yakima Valley. 68 degrees. Our feels like temp is 77, and that's because of those winds right now. Our sunset at 7:15. So a lovely day. Those winds will decrease a little bit later on. Temperatures are pretty much everybody sitting in the 60s, unless you're up in the mountains where we're seeing those temperatures drop in the 40s. Very warm, though, today. They had lots of rain, and the snow is melting. So we're going to be keeping an eye on our rivers, creeks, and streams over the coming days. Warm night, clearing skies. We're going to see temperatures close to 50 tonight in the foothills of the Blues, mid-40s for the Columbia Basin, and those lower 40s for the Yakima and Kittitas Valley. Out the door, not going to need a heavy coat tomorrow. Light jacket, peel it off by midday, and then those temperatures are warming up. That's going to feel warm because we haven't seen temperatures up in the mid-70s in quite some time. So rain and wind decreasing tonight. Warmest day of the year so far tomorrow. Midweek thunderstorms. That's the big weather story this week. That's going to happen late Wednesday into Thursday. And then we cool off once again into the weekend. I'll give you all the details coming up. Austin, Wendy.
All right, Stacey, thank you. Now at 6:30, the Martin Luther King Jr. Community Center is seeing some action done about its renovation project.
Apple Valley News Now's Monique Ledesma reports how this process fosters community one phase at a time.
As of this month, the MLK Center got the green light to start phase 1 of 3 phases to complete the renovation project. Irving Brown, the chapter president for the NAACP of Tri-Cities Chapter 1135B, says he is looking forward to seeing all the movement that is ahead for the center.
I think it looks very fair and progressive based on dollars and different conversations that has to happen. I think it's very fair, but the fact that it's on the way and the phases have been set and the draft of what the final product is going to look like is very hopeful.
Brown says phase 1 is about building the bones to the center.
Behind me, the construction, so it's all, to me, is about the foundation work that's going to be set, and then we'll start building up and then out.
Phase 1 will bring the northwest side of the building up to code, which houses classrooms, a community room, and offices. Brown says with effective communication, they were able to sustain funding for the center.
Because of great communication and the work of the city staff, we didn't lose any funding. We didn't have a concern with expiration dates as conversations were happening with contractors and such. We are moving right along, and I'll say it this way, our account for this project is looking pretty good.
Brown says by setting up the strong bones for the center, it will be able to serve as the heart for those in the community.
It really fits in a good box as far as community. I have to keep going back to that because it's needed here. And also, it helps them identify with their community and who they are. So this is a very important project.
Brown says for anyone looking to make an impact or change in their community, to talk with your local city officials.
Have respectable conversations about your plan or your desire for something innovative in your community that's going to be beneficial not only now, 25, 30 years from now, that's going to make a difference. So I say don't stop. Don't give up. Continue to respectful conversations, and you'll see things change.
If everything goes smoothly, phase 1 is set to be completed in October. Reporting in Pasco, Monique Ledesma for Apple Valley News Now.
All right, Monique, thank you. Brown says the project is tentatively set to be complete sometime in 2026. Wendy.
The city of Pasco is partnering with Burnham R&G to help complement the city's food processors' services. The city of Pasco says it is in an agreement with the company for the next 30 years. This would allow the company to operate a treatment facility that cleans the water that is received at Pasco's PWRF facility, generate gas, along with 2 byproducts that have value associated with them.
A utility that is only paid by those that use that utility, in this case, is directly associated with those food processors. So they are the ratepayers for the utility. At the same time, we are generating resources that are scarce, such as gas, that goes back to the community as something that can be locally sourced by Cascade, and then therefore, being able to serve more residents.
The facility is fully operational, and the food processor is set to be a strong industry for the city of Pasco. It will be able to serve as job opportunities for many Pasco residents and regionally as well. A United Airlines flight headed from Los Angeles, California to China had to turn around and return back to the U.S. because, get this, one of the pilots forgot their passport. You heard me right. United says the incident happened Saturday with 257 passengers and 13 crew members flying over the Pacific Ocean bound for Shanghai. They were 2 hours into the flight when the plane turned around and went to San Francisco. United says it got a new crew to take over the flight, which took off again a few hours later. The flight landed in Shanghai about 6 hours behind schedule.
The U.S. is getting a financial boost from Hyundai. On Monday, the South Korean carmaker announcing a $20 billion investment to our country. That includes $5 billion for a steel plant in Louisiana. President Trump says that steel will be sent to automobile plants in Alabama and Georgia. Trump has already enacted 25% tariffs on aluminum and steel imports. Levies on European and Asian autos are scheduled to start next month. And closer to home now, average gas prices in Yakima have risen 12.7 cents per gallon in the last week, averaging $3.75 a gallon today, according to Gas Buddy's survey of 91 stations in Yakima. Now, prices in Yakima are 1.4 cents per gallon lower than a month ago and stand 34.0 cents per gallon lower than a year ago. Average prices across the state have risen 3.8 cents per gallon in the last week, averaging $4.04 per gallon. The national average price of diesel has decreased 0.9 cents in the last week and stands at $3.54 per gallon.
A busy day in Olympia as Democrats in charge of the state Senate and House release their operating budget proposals for the next 4 years.
And new at 6:30, Capitol correspondent Albert James walks us through what they're proposing and why the state's treasurer is raising some concerns.
We focused on building a thoughtful, sustainable plan that protects the services that people need and promotes our long-term fiscal sustainability.
Senate Democrats are proposing the state spend $77.7 billion over the next 2 years, an increase of about $6.5 billion from the current 2-year budget cycle. They attribute $4.4 billion of that increase to money needed to maintain current programs due to increased usage and inflation, while $1.6 billion represents new investments in areas like K-12 material and operating costs and special education. Over the next 4 years, Democrats say they're saving $6.5 billion in part by delaying expansions to state child care programs and requiring state employees to take furlough days throughout 2026.
Washingtonians have asked us loud and clear to look for reductions and write a balanced budget that both makes reductions as well as makes investments and adds to revenue.
As they await revenue from new taxes on the wealthy and sales and property tax changes they proposed last week, Senate Democrats plan on using state reserves in 2026 to fund the budget before refilling the accounts in the years after.
It does go low, but it quickly builds back to a very strong point due to the revenue that we're assuming.
State Treasurer Mike Pelliciotti has warned against using up state reserve funding, saying it could have a negative impact on Washington's credit rating and the state's ability to respond to economic challenges on the horizon.
We are dealing with incredible uncertainty now as the state of Washington, both with the federal government, wildfires, and other threats that might come our way, and just economic volatility. It is absolutely critical that the state not drain its rainy day fund. To do so would be very dangerous toward the future financial health of our state.
In the House, Democratic budget leaders did not touch state reserves. While they also proposed new revenue sources and have similar amounts of spending and reductions, the House proposal has slight differences from the Senate in how they're bringing in that revenue and what they're cutting. For example, they're not telling state employees to take mandatory furloughs.
We cannot balance the budget on their backs. Everything we have fought to maintain is supported by their work, and we continue to rely on their good work and want to honor that work.
The governor's office says they're in the process of reviewing the budget proposals. Governor Ferguson previously made it clear he wanted cuts first and new taxes as a last resort. Both House and Senate Democrats say they worked off his suggested spending reductions, but budget cuts alone won't work.
The impacts would just be too deep and too catastrophic for our communities and our kids. So we think this takes a balanced approach, and we really look forward to the conversation over the next many weeks.
In Olympia, I'm Albert James reporting.
All right, Albert. Coming up next on Apple Valley News Now, live at 6:30, the city of Yakima is looking for you. We'll tell you why.
And Stacy is coming back with your full first alert forecast as we leave you to break with these 4 beautiful images from across our region. Don't go anywhere. The news continues after this.
The 3-Degree Guarantee, sponsored by Legends Casino Hotel.
To keep your home cool and comfortable all summer, your air conditioner needs maintenance this spring. Vance will inspect, test, and clean your AC so it's ready for hot weather. Don't take a chance. Call Vance.
For over 49 years, Shelby's Floral has been your homegrown neighbor, bringing joy and beauty to every occasion. We're more than just a flower shop and specialize in beautiful custom arrangements, live plants, silk florals, and home decor. Our experienced designers are here to help you with all your floral needs, ensuring that every bouquet is as special as the moment it celebrates. Visit us today at our brand new location on Clearwater in Kennewick. We're part of your community and can't wait to help you celebrate life's moments. Shelby's Floral.
Do it all with Steel Battery.
Power up with free extra battery deals on select steel tools. Shop in-store and online.
March is Colon Cancer Awareness Month, and Prosser Digestive Health Center offers the full spectrum of digestive health care. Services provided by board-certified gastroenterologist Dr. Jack Brandenburg include colon cancer screenings, treatment for swallowing problems, inflammatory bowel disease, liver disorders, and more. To schedule an appointment, call Prosser Digestive Health Center at 509-786-5599 or learn more at prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
Throw away your distance and reading glasses. Join Drs. Kopstein and King for a free live webinar April 3rd and find out if RLE is right for you. K2 Vision RLE. No readers, glasses, contacts, or cataracts.
I've always had an eye for opportunity. As a kid, I was hustling, selling candy, mowing lawns, you name it. That drive never left me. The first time I tasted crumble, it was clear to me this was more than just a cookie. From that moment, I knew this was a chance to bring the taste of something new to our neighborhood. But I couldn't do it alone. That's where Happel came in. With their support, I was able to secure the loan that brought Crumble to our community. Where do you credit union?
Meet the Moore family. They switched from cable internet to Ziply Fiber and got so much more. Mr. Moore got more upload speed for next level gaming and live streaming to the masses. Mason Moore got even more done for his sneaker business, quickly uploading HD product demos and video conferencing without freezing.
Brad, you're on mute.
And now that her family doesn't need her for tech support, Mrs. Moore has more time to stream games into overtime.
Let's go!
Get more of what you love by switching to Ziply Fiber for $65 less per month than cable at ziplyfiber.com.
To keep your home cool and comfortable all summer, your air conditioner needs maintenance this spring. Vance will inspect, test, and clean your AC so it's ready for hot weather. Don't take a chance. Call Vance.
All new at 6:30 now, the Yakima City Council is seeking volunteers interested in serving on City of Yakima boards, committees, and commissions.
The Arts Commission has 2 agency representative positions. We also know that the Community Integration Committee has 3 non-youth vacancies and 1 youth vacancy. And there are some other positions on other committees as well. Anyone interested in applying for a position can submit their application to the City Clerk's office no later than the end of business day on April 18th.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And good Monday. We made it through that first work day and a little bit cloudy, a little bit windy out there. We're still seeing those winds, but the temperatures are warm, 68 degrees, our official daytime high in the Tri-Cities. And the winds, well, they're going to be blustery for a little bit longer this evening. We're seeing some gusts about 19 to 20 miles an hour for the majority of the Columbia Basin. Let's take a look at our future cast as we move through the night. Things are going to start to die down about 10, 11. By midnight, things will be pretty calm through the region. And then as we get into our Tuesday, things are going to be much nicer. So great morning to get out and do that morning dog walking or the hike, whatever it is you like to do, that yard work, getting started on that, perfect for tomorrow morning. Still very active weather pattern. This guy, though, it's shifting to the north thanks to a ridge of high pressure. We're still seeing lots of moisture on the west side of the state and moving on up into Canada. Here's what it looks like a little closer going forward the next couple of days. As this ridge moves in, it's going to push that moisture to the north, and it's going to keep us dry and warm at least for 28, close to 48 hours, and then things are going to shift again. Our last remaining remnants of rain out of the area by midnight tonight, and the clouds will start to go with it. We'll see nice clear conditions as we get into our day tomorrow. Also very warm temperatures, feeling more like May than March through the region. All on the west coast, we're well above the average, anywhere from 15 to 25 degrees above normal for this time of year, depending on where you are. Tonight will be pleasant. We have a warm night with clearing skies, temperatures down in the 40s, close to 50 degrees in the foothills. Here's the temperature trend for Tri-Cities and Hermiston. Our average 61. Look at these temps, way above the average line, and then we're going to drop back down towards the end of the week as we have a system getting ready to move in late Wednesday into Thursday. It's going to bring some strong gusty winds, potentially thunder showers, and much cooler temperatures real quick overnight. So there's that warm up. We keep those temperatures in the 70s. Here comes the storms Wednesday night, and then as you get through the rest of the days, again, look for wet weather possibly on Thursday, Friday. Also gusty winds coming in with that. Our next chance for mountain snow also comes towards the weekend, but overall we'll stay warm and windy for a couple of days. A few showers coming through the area. Temperatures kind of gliding right back to where they should be for this time of the year in the 50s, with those overnight lows, at least in Ellensburg, cooling back into the 30s. Walla Walla looking for some thunderstorms, those breezy to gusty winds as those storms move through the area, and a couple of wet days ahead. Clearing up though on Saturday with temperatures seasonal right around where they should be for the year. Here's what it looks like in Hermiston. Once again, windy, breezy, wet, and then seasonal as we head into the weekend. Lots more to get to in the 6:30 newscast. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Experience the power of Pocket iNet, your local trusted internet provider with over 25 years of expertise. We deliver fast and reliable internet, ensuring whole home coverage at an affordable price. Enjoy seamless connectivity with advanced Wi-Fi controls, smart home network security, and premium services. Whether you're indoors or outdoors, stay connected with Pocket iNet. Elevate your digital experience today. Visit pocketinet.com to learn more.
Wild Horse Resort and Casino is your destination for endless excitement, fun, and thrilling wins. Gear up to win a brand new Toyota Tacoma this March. Join us every Friday and Saturday to spin the wheel for your share of $10,000 cash and prizes. It's a 4x4 Fortune grand prize drawing on March 29th with 4 spins, 4 winners, and 1 new Tacoma. Wild Horse Resort and Casino. Celebrate 3 decades of fun.
At US Cellular, we're celebrating our customers, like JP here. It's a special event. Us Days.
Yeah, we get special rewards and exclusive deals, and it's only for US Cellular customers. It's like we got our own special club.
Should we show them?
Us Days at US Cellular. Right now, our customers can get $1,200 off any phone plus $500 off any tablet.
At Fred's, discover the largest selection of in-stock, get-it-today inventory in our region. Introducing the new Electrolux 700 Series Alpine Green Washer and Dryer, an industry-exclusive 2 ways to sanitize. Remove bacteria and sanitize your way with the Cold Sanitize option, paired with Lysol Laundry Sanitizer, or use the NSF-certified Hot Sanitize setting, the most efficient washer on the market. We sell appliances, only appliances.
March is Colon Cancer Awareness Month, and Prosser Digestive Health Center offers the full spectrum of digestive health care. Services provided by board-certified gastroenterologist Dr. Jack Brandenburg include colon cancer screenings, treatment for swallowing problems, inflammatory bowel disease, liver disorders, and more. To schedule an appointment, call Prosser Digestive Health Center at 509-786-5599 or learn more at prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
The Subaru A Lot to Love event is here, which means it's time for some spring cleaning at McCurley Subaru. And this March, your trade is worth more than ever. Right now, we're giving you an extra $500 off any vehicle purchase when you trade in a vehicle, plus special event savings on every new and pre-owned vehicle. And with exclusive low-rate financing, driving home a new ride has never been easier. Get to McCurley Subaru today, where your trade is worth more this March.
Operation Best Friend, sponsored by the Manthei Group Cross Country Mortgage.
Hey, let's do what's trending. Announced this morning, the Washington State Fair Event Center's special musical guest.
Hip-hop artist T-Pain and a special guest DJ will be entertaining people at this year's State Fair in Puyallup. On Monday, September 19th, T-Pain will perform. He has sold more than 50 million singles and accumulated billions of streams.
Pre-sale tickets go on sale this Wednesday morning at 10. Tickets go on sale to the general public on Friday, March 28, 10 a.m. Prices range from $50 to $120. That includes fair gate admission. Seems like a lot, but that's a bargain for a concert these days.
Yeah, and T-Pain, he is popular, that's for sure. All right, listen to this one. The iconic Texas Chainsaw Massacre horror franchise is making waves in Hollywood once again.
The rights to the long-running series now available for acquisition. The news has sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry, drawing interest from top producers and major studios just eager to capitalize on the value of that franchise. franchise?
That's right. The franchise has long held a special place in horror history. According to whatstrending.com, the original 1974 film directed by Tobe Hooper is considered one of the most influential and terrifying horror movies of all times. I agree with that.
Yeah,
I can't see it. I can't see it.
No, not doing it. All right.
Nope.
All right, Stacy's coming back with final weather next.
Buckle up, Sam. It's truck month.
It's time for the best deals across the full lineup. F-Series, the best-selling trucks for 48 years. We've got Maverick and Ranger fully prepared. This event is so big, it has something in it for everyone.
In 1997, my father-in-law, John Ramsey, started this business. We took it from 2.5 acres. Now we're 22 acres.
What separates us is you're not just a number when you walk in the door.
Professional, on time. They answer all my questions.
If you're looking for a high-quality trailer at the right price, this is the place.
It feels like a home away from home.
I can guarantee when you buy an RV from us, you are part of the Broadmoor family.
At Broadmoor RV,
we make everything fun!
This is my dad's superhero chair. My dad needed this chair because he had knee surgery when I beat him in basketball.
Meredith Furniture has superhero chairs that most people call lift chairs. They have any type of chair you need. Supportive, stylish, and so easy to use. Find the perfect lift chair for your loved ones at Meredith Furniture, where comfort meets convenience.
Meredith Furniture on South First in Washington, right next to Hobby Lobby.
Seattle-born stand-up comedian and impressionist Adam Ray, live at Legends Casino, Friday, July 11th. Known best for his Netflix special, Adam Ray is Dr. Phil Unleashed, as well as his popular YouTube channel.
If you don't know what Citizens app is, it's an app you can put on your phone that notifies you of all the danger that's lurking. That sounds like fun. Yeah, there's a lot of people cooking for Cocoa Puffs right outside your door.
Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com and Legends Gift Shop. Don't miss Adam Ray, live on July 11th at Legends Casino in Toppenish.
Harlem has everything, but I couldn't find Pilates anywhere. So I started my own studio. And with the right help, I can make this place I love even better.
Earn up to 5% cash back on business essentials with the Chase Inc. Business Cash Card from Chase for Business.
Throw away your distance and reading glasses. Join Doctors Kopstein and King for a free live webinar April 3rd and find out if RLE is right for you. K2 Vision RLE. No readers, glasses, contacts, or cataracts.
Ever feel like something's missing? Like there's a hole in your morning routine? Well, we've got just the thing. At Some Bagels, we make more than fresh bagels. We make a variety of baked goods to fill your day with everything you've been missing. Have your favorite coffee drink with our in-house roasted espresso beans. And enjoy your bagel with our flavored cream cheeses. Because at Some Bagels, the only thing better than the hole in the middle is everything around it. I want some, you want some, we want some. Gimme Some Bagels.
Buckle up, Sam. It's truck month.
It's time for the best deals across the full lineup. F-Series, the best-selling trucks for 48 years. We've got Maverick and Ranger fully prepared. This event is so big, it has something in it for everyone.
Apple Valley News Now investigates critical condition, the nursing shortage, Wednesday.
And welcome back. Viewer photo of the day. My good friend Shelley Brinkley sent this one out. Apparently cruising by Columbia Park. There they were. Big herd of deer. They do kind of hang out down there, guys. Yeah. And they'll meander in neighborhoods in Richland, and I've seen them swim across the river. And yeah, so get your weather photo on, or something like this, nature at its best. QR code right side of your screen. You can send that in. Real quick, let's take a look at some notable dates coming up. 8 days to get your April Fool's gag ready to go. 27 days now till Easter, 29 days till Earth Day, and 48 days till Mother's Day. Of course, I have to add that in. Don't forget about Mom.
No.
It's never too soon to start reminding about that, right?
Start shopping.
Except for every day should be Mother's Day.
That's
right?
true.
That's what they say. Thanks so much for watching.
Hoping your news is good news.
Have a great night.